Good morning, guys. A good, great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out again. This watch a spin round me hand. Me take off two band, two thing on this watch because the watch a spin round like mad for my hand. How much weight I've lost so far. So this morning's discussion is the fact that the president has accepted a request for leave by Minister Dharamlal, the Minister of Communities, after allegations of a sexual assault has been made by a young lady who is said to be not of the age to be able to give consent to sex. We will go into that this morning. What's been going on in the media and how is that to be dealt with? Again, the Ministry of Social Protection is said to have taken, I haven't seen an official statement, I'm seeing what other news agencies are saying, and I haven't made a request for information, honestly. But I'm supposing the Ministry of Social Protection will issue a statement during the course of the day, but I was reliably informed that the Ministry of Social Protection has taken the young lady into their custody. So let me tell you, as my analysis is normally given in things, the Ministry of Social Protection don't take people into custody if they're not sure of what's going on. You don't just say something and whimsically and fancifully say something and then the ministry take you into custody and start a full investigation. The Ministry of Social Protection will take somebody into custody if there's some veracity to their story and they see the need and the importance of that. Again, one is innocent until proven guilty, but the situation here is one of a grave nature. It's a person who a lot of Guyanese look up to. It's a sitting member of parliament and a minister in government. It needs to be dealt with in a certain manner. The first thing is, this situation is unprecedented. This is what Guyanese got to firstly accept. This is unprecedented. Because accusations have been made against politicians time and time again. Nothing was ever done about it. Nothing. There was never a day that I know of. I don't know if you got the records, you could pull it up. Not a Burnham time, not a PPP time, not 28 years, not 23 years. Nobody faced the law. Now, you got the politicians on the other side who want to see, who have an interest in a lynching, who have their personal interest. The interest at this time, the only interest at this time should be the victim. The only interest at this time should be the victim. Simple as that. Full stop. Right? So we're going to go into details. We're going to go into what's been in the news and how it does look. Before I forget, let me go straight into my weight loss. So this is my weight. The bottom being what I weighed before I went to sleep last night. The middle being what I weighed when I woke up this morning. And let me tell you what's going on. So I've started a new fasting regimen. Since the beginning of this year, I've been on specific diets. And I have been fasting. So what's fasting? Let me break it down in layman terms where you can understand. A period that you ain't eating. Periods that you're not eating is fasting. So if you were to stop eat 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning, you would have fasted for 12 hours. On a regular basis, I fast for 18 of the 24 hours in a day, on a regular basis. And this is as a result of a lot of changes in my life. No physical problem per se. No health problem per se. I've just been doing extremely well in my life, and I feel extremely good. And I've thought about how can I take it to that next level where I could feel amazing. And that's how I feel. A little bit of sugar takes me off. Carbohydrates got me feeling, doozy sometimes. Right? So I decided a few months ago, I think last year I started a diet where I hired a dietitian and she made up the portions of rice and the kind of food I should eat. And so, but when I looked at it and I did the research, the rice was the problem. The roti was the problem. The seasoning in the food was the problem. The sauces would have been the problem. And I said, no, this can't work for me. I ain't interested in this. I started doing my own research. I did lose some weight. I lost about 20 pounds. So far, I've lost about 78 pounds. Right? So, we're losing weight gradually all the time. This is not only about weight loss. This is about how I feel. How energized I am. Sex drive. Yes, men. Sex drive. Feeling energized. You understand? All right. So the fasting is a period where you're not eating. What it does is rest the stomach. It rests most of the internal organs. It allows them time to repair itself. It allows the wall in your stomach to repair itself. People say, oh, you got acid in your stomach. You ain't got nothing in your stomach. It's a delusion. You got to eat. You got to get something in your stomach. Breakfast is the most important thing. Breakfast is breaking fast. So if you do that at 12 o'clock in the day, and normally I do it about 11 in the morning, between 11 and 12. I start eating at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. It takes me all the way to about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Whatever is it I eat, and then I call it a day. If I were to have something in the evening before 7 o'clock, and this is not a rigid process that I use. Sometimes I eat late in the night. Sometimes I eat more than normal. But this is the process I use more than others. At least 5 times a week, I stick to this fasting regimen of 18 hours a day, sometimes going to 24 hours a day. So 12 o'clock, I start with maybe like pear. 11 o'clock in the day, I start with pear, nuts, cheeses, these kind of things. Now again, everybody got a program. Everybody got an ID. Now show me the results. Fat gal and fat man. That don't work. You just put time back with. No. You don't put time back nothing. You had it all the time. Can't get rid of it. Don't know shit what you're talking about. Come to the expert. I ain't only preaching and teaching. I am a living example of it. Now, the fast that I've started yesterday, 12 o'clock, I had my last meal. That was some cheeses. You could go to the page and see I had some cheeses. This was my last meal. So let me see if I could get that up. I had some cheeses. So this was my last meal. Put it big up there. So I had walnuts. What's the other one looking like a brain there? What kind of nut is that? Oh shit, I ain't got the thing. Well, I had 2 kind of nuts. And then I had 4 kind of cheeses. These are different kind of cheeses. The white one were looking like tic-tac cheese is actually goat cheese, right? And those are 2 other cheeses, and I don't eat out one. That's the last meal I had, right? As Father's Day thing, I just relax and decide, well, here, this is what I want to do, right? So that was my last meal. So I'm carrying you guys through this process. And make sure you downloads, where the downloads? Jesus Christ, let me download it again. Yeah. So I didn't check my weight yesterday, but I checked my weight last night. I checked my weight before I went for a walk. I had 224, and when I came back from the walk, I had the lowest, the bottom number here, 222. Right? So, yeah. So, when you're going to fasting, in the first couple of hours of fasting, you go into ketosis, where the body starts burning fat. Now, just so you know, the body does burn fat throughout the whole body. So if you got a big long belly, and you got fat here, you got fat here, you got fat all over, the body burns equally all over. So you're not, if you want to get rid of a belly, you ain't going to see the belly going on right away. You got to check how much weight you're losing in general. Because right now, I still got a little belly skin here. You understand? This is the last thing to go. Everything, watch me watch there. Because everything, I've lost fat throughout my body. And again, I went through every process. I'm going to be able to detail to you guys the different diets I've been through. Right now, I'm on mostly a carnivore. Well, I have been on mostly a carnivore diet. For lunch, meats. Nice fatty meats. That's it. I call it a day. Sometimes I have a steak with some plantain. Always lots of eggs. And I can tell you how I feel. People are telling, oh, I did it and I did it. Next thing is everybody said, oh, those kind of rash diets where you lose weight? You gonna put on back the weight? Yes, because you're a jackass and an asshole. And that's what happens to assholes. Let me tell you what we're going at. If you're making lifestyle changes and the fasting or regimen that you have attributed or subscribed to in your life helps you to lose weight, you're constantly going to be doing that. But if you go back to eating the shit we used to eat, obviously you're going to put on back the weight. You don't just put on back the weight, just sir. If you do what you say you're going to do consistently, you're going to be fit. I check my weight every day. And when I realized I'm going overboard, I had some ice cream, I had this, and this weight looked like it going up. I look at what I eat. It's all about what you put in. And you decide that. You can't fast, lose the weight, then go and start eating like a pig again, and don't get back the weight. Everybody got this, oh, you just get back fat fast, you just put on plenty weight. Yes, if you do the same shit you were doing, this process is not one of just a diet and weight loss. This process that I'm taking you on is one of lifestyle changes. We're going to be discussing mental, physical, and financial health. I is going to show you how living a healthier life makes you more money. Because right away off the bat, what is your eating habits like? If you're living a lavish lifestyle, if you are living a lavish lifestyle and you're eating out, you got a nice office job, right? Let's say you got a nice office job. So somebody sent me a Father's Day thing. Thank you, by the way, thank you for all the persons, thousands of persons message me with Father's Day. It wasn't easy telling everybody thanks and wishing the fathers that I know of a happy Father's Day. And I want to wish a belated happy Father's Day for the men who have impacted my life and I've not been able to reach out to yesterday, who I remember. If you feel you've impacted on my life somehow, happy Father's Day to you, whoever you are. To the fathers who I don't know, have never met, but are fathers and are real men, I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. So, one of the things you have to look at, we are discussing, is lifestyle changes. So let me give you a quick little rundown. So I eat meats for lunch, and basically my lunch costs me $3,000 because I'm eating out. And it's 2 sets of meat with a little bit of salad on the side, and I do maybe cheese and nuts, maybe a pear, right? That is basically what my lunch is. Now, for the regular office person who living up the life and then cooking and carrying a lunch to work and then preparing their own breakfast, whatever you're doing is going to cost you between $1,500 to $3,000 a day. Let's say you're doing $1,500 by 3 meals a day, and we're being conservative because people snacking all day, they're drinking and all these kind of things. If you're going to live a long, healthy life, you got to ease up with the drinking. You like liquids down your throat? Coffee, tea, water. By the way, the fasting regimen that I've started yesterday is a dry fast for 72 hours. I'll be going 72 hours without anything. Right? So today at 12 o'clock is going to be 24 hours. And Wednesday at 11 o'clock, on average 11, 12 o'clock, I'll come off, I'll drink my first portion of water. And I'll be giving you guys constant live updates. Look for my Facebook Reels. Go to my Facebook Reels. I'll be giving you constant updates. When I do, what I do, and basically how I feel. After I'm done this program, I'm going over to Quest Medical. That's on the corner here of Loluni and Irvin Street in the corner. This is where I do all my testing, x-ray and everything they do there. So Dr. Buru is going to give me a checkup. That's if he's in. Let me make sure he's in. But nonetheless, I'm going there to do my blood test. My blood works, right? So let me say $4,500 a day you're spending on food, right? Bear in mind, you're spending this money to destroy yourself. You're buying snacks. This $4,500, we talking about $1,500 for food. I'm talking about the office person. I'm talking about the couch potato. You sit in your car. You're always on the couch. You sit all day. So you're going to get a weight problem right away. We talking to the couch potato. You understand? I'm not talking to the person who up on the road working hard, where your wife sending you to work with lunch and all them things. I'm talking about the couch potato. $4,500 a day because I know the life they live. You understand? They're living out of a box. Most of us live out of a box. So, me lunch is $3,000 a day. Wise eat. If I compact that, could be more. If I want to be conservative, I'm going to look for the pear in the market and get the pear for $500. I stop on the road and buy a pear for $1,000. I buy 2 portions of meats at the Brazilian restaurant because it's grilled with butter, just straightforward thing, not too much of seasoning on it. Sugary, salty things that I don't know what it is, just plain salt with lime and all them thing though, and it's roasted. That's why I work for lunch, right? $3,000. So you daily meals, and we being conservative. Because if I went to Hard Rock to buy the same thing that I buy for $3,000, I got to spend 10 grand, 15,000. We're being conservative. Right? You can't be principled. You can't have lifestyle changes and you're not conservative. You're not thinking about what you're doing in your decision making in your life. Right? So we being conservative. I gauge in what I doing and what you could do. And I comfortable. You understand? If you want to live the life of a sheik, of a maharaja, and all you are is a couch potato with a car, a house, and bills to pay, you understand? You the up shit street. You the up shit street. I could tell you what your success is going to be like. You understand? You'd be successful at getting diabetes. This is the only thing you'll be successful at getting. Right? And depression. Because this is where you go in. Physically, mentally, and financially, you headed in a specific direction. I tell you we're going to. So we take out $3,000. What I just spend, you got $1,500 for yourself, right? $1,500 a day. And most of the couch potatoes work 24 because people make joke, I gotta give me time off. Most couch potatoes work in 6 days a week. So 1,500 by 24 days is $36,000. $36,000 a month by 12 months is $432,000. What can you do with $432,000? What can you do with $432,000? Well, most people get a car. Let's say you work at an office, or you go to a government office, you're a doctor, and you get duty free. You get a duty free every 3 years as your contract goes along. So, in 3 years, with $432,000 by 3, you'll have average 1.2996,000. And that would be enough to pay down on your next car. Bear in mind, in 3 years, you'll be solid as a rock. I just give you one thing, one change that you're going to be making in your life, that you will be benefiting financially while being conservative physically. So I'm going to show you right away how being healthier means being wealthier in the true sense. You understand what I'm saying? I'm showing you a direct correlation of extracting one meal a day from your daily diet. Now, me telling you about the financial gains of this thing. I ain't telling you how much more energy you're going to have. I ain't telling you with the kind of clarity that you're going to have. With the kind of healthier feeling that you're going to have. How better your relationship is going to be. How more productive you're going to be. I ain't telling you about the fact that when you go on this and everybody notice the changes in your life, the kind of promotions you're going to get with your job, because you're going to be the only body. They're making a move up. Everybody like, Tessa, you looking good, girl. You understand? Take time and effort in what you do. And I'm going to go through this on a daily basis. We ain't going in. Here I tell you, I give you snippets. I just giving you this here, a ceremony, as the beginning, because our podcast, The Man Cave, is going to be starting soon, and this is what it is going to be out. You go to the Man Cave page, you go to the Man Cave website, the Man Cave app is coming, and this is for the world, because the Guyanese Critic is local. The Man Cave is going to be international. People across the world wants to lose weight, wants to know how. You know me, come out yet and start showing me body, because I want to make sure I show you what I was and what I am. I want to make sure I tell you. Because of the new habits I have subscribed to, because of the new habits that I have applied in my life, I'm being far more productive in my life. Here, laugh. To be successful with my plan, you need to do less of what you're presently doing. So if you feel overwhelmed, oh God, there's so much I gotta do, and me ain't getting enough. I'm telling you, you could do less and gain more. Eat less shit. Drink less piss. And you're gonna do better. You're gonna do better for yourself. So somebody's saying the average Guyanese salary is me and nobody. There's no average Guyanese. Me laborers is work for $5,000 a day. I'm talking about the culture potato. We talking about health. And me operators and welders and has $8,000 and $10,000 and $12,000 a day. So I ain't know, but this thing will be like, oh God, the regular body. You understand? And they still got fat man driving truck. So you want to live a better life? I see some people every minute, every day. So congratulations to the president on his newborn and the first lady on their newborn. Congratulations, everybody. In the comments, please, outside of the politics, it's nice to know that we have a young, vibrant first family. And congratulations to the Attorney General on his newborn. Right? So things going on. These people ain't making joke. These banners ain't making joke in this government. Them are running government serious and making baby. You understand? No other time to make a child. Here a lot of people calculating. They ain't got no better time for become a Guyanese citizen. Make a child. You understand? The president are trying to capitalize on the 40,000 per child. Because he know by the time he come out today, it can be 100,000 per child. You understand? The president, the attorney general, everybody calculate, make a child, make a child, make a child. You understand? I tell you, they got wild. I kid you not. Everybody there, make a child, make a child. The money come back. And you know that the president had this in mind. You know the attorney general had this in mind. Because President Childbarn yesterday, Attorney General Childbarn 2 days before, 9 months before they planned this thing. Since them are coming, government, man, make a child, make a child. You understand? Them are sit down. There's like insider trading. Them man know. You understand? They're gonna be giving people $50,000 by time 2025. Right? And them man say, crack, crack. One in the breach right away. Fire! 9 months after. You understand? Don't be surprised they start giving the fathers a daycare. And then put them baby in daycare. You understand? Right away. You must sit down and think, make a child, make a child. You understand? They're just popping out like this. Attorney General one, President one. Who more? Who next? Who next? You understand? I kid you not, I can't make up these things. Yes, everything is joke I make it, but it is not funny, serious thing. Right? The one and go, clack, clack, make a child with a child. No, you can't make a child with a child. There's a problem. There's a problem. Social Security coming right away. Child care protection. No. You jump the gun the part. It can't happen. Here, let me wrap up this health thing and go to the regular news, and you guys could call in on 622-7740 with y'all take and what y'all want thing. Jag your time to sit Kwame down with a child, make a child. Yes, Critic change your background. No. We ain't got no thing here. Somebody said Jag you next. If you did not know, Jack Deere is the father of two. Now you know. Yes. Right? If you did not know, now you know. Don't be fooled. So somebody saying Jack Deere next. No. Proud father of two. And proudly collects his $40,000. His $80,000. Right? So, if I making a child, me want to make no child. Marcellus sing, me want to make no child. You understand? I got three of them they trying with. Who are you making a child with? So, let me show you how we're going on here. So, yesterday I started my dry fast regimen. Put up the scale there. I started my dry fast regimen. And when I said dry fast, not even water I drinking. So, last night before I went to bed, this was the weight. We're going on there. Mama. You could get him blackout. Yeah, so this was the weight before I went to bed. I woke up this morning, so I've lost a bit of weight. And a lot of times, you gotta get rest. Very important. Rest is very important. A lot of the weight that I lose, in general, is when I'm sleeping. Because a lot of the fat that is burned, a lot of the energy that is used in the body is used by the brain. A lot of the energy is used in the body is used for healing the body. So when you have had a day and you've given yourself that ability to rest and re-nurture the body, you use up energy, which if you're fasting, you're burning fat. Right? So this here was the weight when I woke up this morning. This here is the weight just after I finish number 1 and number 2, if you know what I mean. Because some of y'all like kindergarten picnic. I went in the toilet, number 1, number 2, and I came out even lighter. Again, for the first 72 hours, 50% of the weight that I will lose will be as a result of waste and the liquids in the system. So within 48 hours, I will know what is my actual body weight. Tomorrow morning, whatever is my body weight, it's going to be my actual body weight. Because I would have gotten rid of most of the waste. If you're using a lot of meats and so on, that takes about 3 days to go through the digestive system. I'm going to have a little more of a problem getting things through my digestive system now because I've stopped using water. I'm on a dry fast. And water and liquids play an integral role in getting things through your system. Right? So it's going to be a little slower right now. But that's basically what is going on there now. So yesterday, for the first day of my fasting, I did a walk. Myself, Paul, and Derek. We did a walk. Right? I went on a walk. My walk is about 5 miles. Just under 5 miles, which gives me about 10,000 steps a day. So I've been on a little walk. This morning when I woke up, I feel it. Right? On a normal basis, I would stop and do about 10 push-ups. I couldn't do 1 push-up. And while I do my fasting, my senses become heightened. There's a certain level of clarity. There's a certain level of energy. The other thing, while fasting, and if you implement good dietary practices in your life, is the level of consistency in your energy. Your energy levels don't be up and you gotta get coffee for boost. No, me don't run for nothing. I run in right now. People wake up in the morning, they watch it, they gotta get coffee for keep going, for watch me. No, me I get coffee for what you. I am energized. When I done here, meetings, different things going on. Right? Hey bro, how you feeling this morning?
That's okay.
You there on the work side there?
Mm.
You gotta start making the preparations with the container thing they will drop there, right?
Which container thing?
The size for the container drop there. The container, the cut up container for make the padding.
What part of the job?
It there right to the front. In the sun there, just side of the sun.
Okay.
They got some of them there, and then he going back, he gotta go back for some more. Michael going back for some more tomorrow.
Alright, well, the rain falling heavy up here. We can't really do nothing right now.
Oh shit, rain is it? Alright. Just program everything, buddy. Where's the cram?
I hear from it.
He must be feeling well. Alright, you feeling better?
Yeah.
Safe,
You
bro.
got to stand up today.
Roger that, bro. Alright, cool. Oh shit, it's raining outside there. I watching this water, and because I accustomed to thinking and drinking water, I watching the water and I want to drink the water. So again, here was one of the things people are going to thinking they're going to question. But you can't question. Because me and Jenny Craig are one, they were there in the back, a big fat woman in the back, and say we got a weight loss program. As the Guyanese critic, the realest thing coming out of Guyana. Watch. Yeah, so when I said duh, it's duh. You see what's going on here? You see what's going on there? And this used to be hey, but partner. I used to be a fat man. The weight, the scale, well, what I'm going to do, what I want to do in the interest of transparency, because everybody's looking at somebody. But even in the weight loss and diet industry, there's no transparency of somebody say. You understand? What I want to do is I'm going to put the scale. Can I get a scale? Does anybody have a scale that I can get the time and the date? A scale that has a timer. By the way, when I finish here, I'm going over by Medical Quest, do my blood works and weigh. So you'll get my weight from the doctor's side. Because me scale, you understand, you got to do a comparative analysis. Right? So I'm going to do that from over there. What I want, and I got little sludge here. You see a hole in here? This is skin. I want tightened up. I want 6 pack. When I show you, bear in mind, all I is do is a little work. Me do no rigid exercise. Me there no gym. Basically, a nice hour and a half walk, hour sometimes. I ain't running because my knee does give problems. I'm doing exercises to strengthen the muscles and tendons around my knee. Because I want to run, but when I run, my knee does give problem. Since I'm on a carnivore diet, me ain't got no problem, you know. I ain't got no stomach. I used to get stomach problem. I ain't got no, I could eat. I'm going to sleep right away, lie down upside down. I couldn't do that. I used to get bone stomach. I eat and think bothering me. Since I'm on this diet and my lifestyle, the changes in my life has happened. I've implemented changes in my life, in my diet and everything else. I don't drink no more. But asked me, you want to drink a beer? I was right in. I said, man, I got to drink a water. Now again, you must know this in life, you can't get it cake and bake. You have to sacrifice something to get something. And that is where people don't pay attention to. That's the problem with human beings. You see a man driving car and rich and drinking and living. He's sacrificing his health to squander his wealth. You understand? To splurge, he's sacrificing his health. It will catch up with you. Not because it's in the hay, it will catch up with you. And oh God, what do you think? You ain't seen what going on with your mother. You ain't seen what going on with your grandmother. You ain't see what going on with your father. You ain't see what going on with your uncle. In life, you got to sacrifice something. You're going to be sacrificing your relationship for the feeling of the euphoric feeling with all the friends. I've had to sacrifice a lot of things. I don't have friends like I've had before. Because I don't want people around me disturbing my peace. I've started expressing a level of discipline that makes people uncomfortable. I don't want nobody around me disturbing my peace. You know, you got friends and oh, it's a joke, or the talking something, the gaslighting things for start an argument. I hear this, I hear. I don't want them kind of mean interested. I come and lie down. I want to be at peace. I wake up in the morning. My biological clocks are in tune with the circadian rhythm. Nighttime, I know 9 o'clock I there, so I want to sleep. I just go out one time and I just go place and I've been palm cold the other night. And I sit down, drink a water, and I calculate in. This is not me. Next thing, I'm a fall down on the face. A young man come talking to me, Critical, take something down, and then fall down, bust up his face. Right behind me, I said, Jesus, God, get out of this place, boy. Get out of this place, boy. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. This is Andre. First of all, am I live?
Yes, my brother.
Oh, sure.
We're calling connection with Andre.
Come on back. Yes.
Very nice. Also, if you're trying some meditation, now you will have heightened clarity as well. Good morning, sir. Make meditation and numerous health benefits that are derived from the fasting and how they will put less pressure on the healthcare system in Guyana. Yeah. Some of them in K. Most people don't care. Critic, when Norton becoming president, he was... I sit down here thinking about health and wealth and how we gonna move forward and Martin Manhattan. Oh, Jesus Christ, and I just get fucking fed up. Use that chord like, you know, the thing. And then a fucking jackass turn up. Like, you feeling the vibes? You get a different vibe. You get a sugar high. You got something tickling in your BT. You try and forget a little girl coming out. You know, saying you'll be a little bitch early in the morning. Eh? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? You feeling these vibes? We're supposed to be talking about the minister. The big vibe supposed to be about the minister. Like everybody else. And I feeling such a nice vibe. I calculating like, you know? Hey.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. You're sending over the thing this morning?
I think you want to call Boston and find out from me?
I gotta find out from you. Safe.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. You get the truck fixed?
Yeah, they might walk on it there.
Well, here now.
Don't worry, me and Sam.
Well, here now. Let us saddle up. And they're going to stop by Providence by the stadium there. You call me when they're there. And I can get somebody to come out and go with them.
Master.
Roger that. Go and call you by right away. Yeah, give me a little thing. I still got to study how to make money. You know what I'm saying? I still got to work on stuff to make money. I don't make... You know what I'm saying? This is just me sharing me life experiences and stuff with the island. This is what made me who I am, so I continue to do it.
Yeah, it was just about the car. We're going to have the buzzers.
Oh, they're going to come. The truck, remember, tell you the Hala had a problem. So they're going to come and they're going to stop outside by the stadium there. And you just come out and direct them in the road. Can they go in from the shortcut we've got? They got to go right away back from Diamond.
I think they could go in from the shortcut we probably have to can't come, they move ahead. And then the next thing is we gotta make sure rain is falling at the back there.
Why so?
Because sometimes they stick up, sometimes the road they real bad. Again, at the back end.
Stick up was on a bulldozer. This is a broad track, you know.
Almost no, it's not those. There's what I'm talking about. When I care Chinese man and bulldozer at the back if the road is a little bit more bad to go straight through, the whole thing would have torn over. But
oh, you talking about the low bed going in there?
Going inside.
Oh, well, drop off the bulldozer at the closest point and walk it in. Now you excavate operator can operate bulldozer?
Yeah. So I get on the range.
Just make sure. Remember, you can pull the road, so make sure it didn't screw up nobody's road.
I don't know that.
Roger, son. So they're going to stop outside there. Whoever is it, the guy go in. If anything, you drop it off and...
They pulled up with diesel and everything.
Yeah, they can't send it without diesel.
Alright.
But you never know, boy. But still check things, right?
Alright.
Safe, son. Cool. Happy belated Father's Day. Daddy forget for call you yesterday. You're doing a great job, son. Cool. I love you, man.
Alright. Love you too.
I forget for Kyle, yesterday, we just died up and walking and doing that kind of things. And, yesterday while I'm walking last night, I'm walking with Paul and we discussing about the business, and with my business partner, we discussing business. And I tell them, I said, we're going to do business like how the rich people just do business on the golf course. We're going to do a walk. Everybody got to come in the morning and walk with me. And we're going to have discussions, how we doing the business, what we doing. You understand? We have serious discussions at what we're doing and how we're doing. Now, here what I'm telling you. Having lifestyle changes, using better diet and so. Critic, I enjoy listening to your weight loss. You should have a program, just weight loss. Yes, this is where we're going to, that is why we're going, I'm going to the man cave. So you got to go over on a specific program, right, where it's all about weight loss. It's not about nothing but politics and the low lives and the hungry bellies. Me ain't got time with them. It got to do with better living with we, and that will be tailored for Guyanese and the world. You understand? So I'll be showing, because here, while I'm talking to you, I know now is what time. Now is 8:35. 9 o'clock today, I supposed to get a bulldozer. So imagine I'm here in tune talking about health and could still remember though. You understand? Things going on in me head all the time. I think in 1,000 things. The clarity. Right now I've gone into autophagy. And what is autophagy? Autophagy is when the body starts to eat up all the cells because it's looking for nutrients that you're not putting in the digestive system. Last night in my sleep, I went into ketosis, where the body goes into fat burning. And the brain loves ketones. People say, oh God, you gotta get sugar. No, you ain't gotta get sugar. Before 100 years, 200 years ago, sugar wasn't a staple. Now sugar is more than a staple. It's a drug. You understand? Ketones, fat ketones. The brain loves that. while in autophagy is the only time the brain kicks into high gear and starts healing itself. Autophagy allows the body to eat up all the bad cells. You know them skin tags and so you get? Me had a thing in my hand here. Everything will disappear from you. Growing flesh and all them thing though. You can see while fasting for extended periods of time, them things are going to disappear. Because my body right now is looking for all the bad cells. Restructure the good cells. Because you got to get out every bit of water. You understand? Every bit of nutrient. So if you got tumors and all them things, it's going to eat them up. They're going to reduce. And I'm telling you, this is experiences that I am having. Skin tags and all them things. I had a bump in between my foot. Gone. You're going to see these changes. Now, again, how is the guinea pig? Me no fall down yet. Bear in mind, when I fasting, me eat yesterday from 12 o'clock and I went for a walk, 5 miles. I'll do the same tonight and I'll be doing the same every night during my fasting period. To make sure I get a good, restful night. You understand? You don't fall down and get blackout. You're not going to dead. And when I'm done here, I'm going to do a test. So remember, this is the first day. I'll do tests to show where my cholesterol is, where everything is. Because for the last 3 months, all I've been eating is fatty meats. Cheeses, nuts. Fats, yes. Fats. Lots of fats. That's all I've been eating. So, we can see with my cholesterol there. We can see with my sugar there. I gotta go by Dr. Carpin and do my complete physical with my heart test to see where my heart there. And where it was and where it is now. You understand? I'm gonna make all the public. I'm gonna make all the public. We could do this together. The thing is, I am making lifestyle changes. I'm not a very patient person. But I can tell you, I can put you on a plan that in 5 years you look like a superstar. Is that too long for you? Well, tell me what plan you got, if any, and when you could complete it. You don't even know. If you lose ½ pound a month, make small changes in your life, and lose ½ pound a month. Right? So 6 pounds a year. Hello, good morning.
Hey, morning. Can you talk to me?
No, you got the wrong number, brother. Not today. So you're losing ½ pound a month. 6 pounds a year. 6 fives is 30 pounds. Do you know that's on average the amount of weight most people need to lose? Would you believe that? And you could do that in 5 years without noticing it. I can tell you, for every pound you lose, there will be, as a result of what you have to do in your life and the changes you have to make in your life, there will be a surplus of finances in your life. When you would have lost a certain amount of weight and you would have made lifestyle changes, I'm telling you, the biggest problem for human beings is weight. Not fat. Weights. Financial, physical, mental, personal. The people around you might be heavy. And you gotta lose weight alone. You gotta lose some of the weights around you. I got people that been around me years now, and I tell them what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do, where I'm gonna go, where I want to be, and you can come with me. They choose not to come. And they still call, hey, are they tight, man? They still that tight. And I can tell you, on the path that I am on and where I'm going, I could never tight in my life again. You understand? I could never end up in a financial situation in my life again. Because I'm more prudent. I'm more consistent. I express a certain level of discipline. I don't lose money anymore. I ain't got the kind of friends that needy. Some people come, oh, we having a good time, his friends, we taking a drink. These are needy setup motherfuckers. That's all they are. Because if every time you come to the table and one man spending, you come in every god day and I spending, you ain't got none for spend. You stop spending one day. See where all them friends and family there. You stop spending one day and see where those friends and family are. If you are associated with people that you're drinking with, first thing is, for more than a year now, that you have been spending, you have made an investment in another individual's happiness. I want you to make a list of those persons that you have made happy for the last year. And explain to them, I want you to make a note, a list of all the persons you have made happy within the last year. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to call them up and explain to them that this month, as a result of the massive spending and partying that you've been doing. Or let me simplify it for you. Hey buddy, here up now, man. I run a little tight. I sport up, but you know we fudge down the money. Here what I need. I need to borrow, and you set a figure where you know they can get in the savings. Say, man, I need to borrow a $40,000. If I don't pay this $40,000 for my car, I'm going to lose my car this month. You do that now. If you got a car payment to make month, do it now. Make the car payment. If they give you the money, make the car payment. And then give them back the money month when you get it in your salary. If they don't give you the money, get rid of them right now. And here's, listen to what I'm telling you. Tell them. It is as a result, you're in the financial situation you're in. As a result, you overspent when you party recently. You hear what I'm telling you? Simple. If you got somebody every day you buy lunches, you buy lunch, you call them and tell them, you average how much money you average you got. You average how much money you would have spent on them in a month. If you scare them out every night and you spending $25,000, it's 4 friends just scare out. $5,000 a night you spend on them. And y'all going out 5 nights a week. 3 weekends and 2 weeks. There's 25,000. Ask them to borrow 100,000 till month end. And hear what I'm telling you. Make sure you make them aware. You overspend recently. Because you always buy and you overspend. Partner, you overspend. You see all the money I spend. You make sure they know that you're there in the SARS as a result of the money we spent on them. And the others. And you borrow some money. That is what you got to decide. Right? Look, I call a man, I say, I need a bulldozer. One man says 35 million, another man says 29 million. I said, well, I need a bulldozer now, and I ain't got 29 cents. Let it drop to the location. Me, he don't drink. Me, he don't party. Me, he no friend. That's a man to stay close to. I need no friends because I don't know no friend that I got or would have had in the past that has a bulldozer or would be willing to hand me over a $29 million bulldozer. Choose wisely. You got to choose. If you're calculating, you're looking for validation from people and they're making you feel good. If that makes you feel good, I'm going to tell you, at some point in time in your life, you're going to start feeling bad. I've never met anybody who cares about everybody and where everybody feel that has become anything. Name one person. Oprah Winfrey got 2 friends. You know Oprah Winfrey friends? Gail and an unknown one. Oprah Winfrey, the richest black woman in the world. You show me the people who in a big talale and love and care and his big sport and party was successful and live a long, healthy life. When you down and out, those friends is gone. You looking for life and they looking for you. You understand? So just know that you gotta get rid of weights. Nothing you gotta get rid of. What do you want? You want to see your children get education? You want to bring them up in the right way? People say, oh, you're young now, it's time for enjoy yourself. I tell Paul them and so, no. Now is not no time for enjoy yourself. Right? Let me show you something. This was yesterday. This Paul. This is Paul in the backyard with the workers doing the driveway. Right? I said, son, you're young and you're strong and you got energy. Make it count. Yeah. Make it count. Because now, I did. You imagine he did 18. Michael there 25. Michael is 25. My biggest son is 25. Paul just gone in 19. You imagine I guiding them. At them age, I was a lost cause. I seriously was a total waste man. You imagine the start where they start with. Man start with their own car. Got their own business. And I guiding them. When they reach 50 or 45 and it's like me age, them banner just relaxing. Them banner just relaxing. Will you want to jump up and talale yourself? And they still enjoy life. They still got friends. They're still going places and doing things. But life is not a party. Life should be taken seriously. You understand? And I could only impart. I have made many mistakes. I am imparting the knowledge that I've gathered with you. Living a better, healthier life. Those way you gotta walk towards. Shit, I gotta pass you. Watch, let me talk about this minister thing and then we done. Yeah, I'll keep looking out for the updates. Right? So, Minister Dharmlal sent in a request to the president for leave, and the president has accepted. What you have to look at, an investigation has begun by the Child Care Protection Agency, and yes, there is a real young lady. I chose not to speak about it before, but I am in receipt of the facts, who made real allegations against the minister. And she's said to be in the custody of the Child Care Protection Agency. It's a real person. Right? So the allegations and the person who made the allegations, it's a matter of fact. The minister since gone off on leave. The funny thing is, this is unprecedented. Now we will see how the system works. You have to give the system an opportunity to work. A thorough investigation. The police is also involved because the Child Care Protection Agency could only investigate and take care of the child. The police is the enforcer. Upon the allegations being made, the DPP will have to make a decision as to whether charges should be instituted. This is unprecedented. There have been many accusations against politicians. Never before it has gone this far. One has to accept the Ali administration has a different modus operandi. One has to recognize the wailings of the opposition. That is what our opposition has to do. I was reserved for us. I said clear, I was reserved because I have uncovered many lies with the opposition. But again, this is no lie. There are allegations. There is a victim who is in the custody of the Child Care Protection Agency at this time, and an investigation is being done by the Guyana Police Force and the Child Care Protection Agency as it relates to allegations made against a sitting minister. I always told some family, do not judge me by my past. If I haven't made those times, and would have never been who I was today. Kudos to you, Critic. Understand your sentiments. Breaking news, Mr. Nigel Hughes has been hired by the minister to represent him, so we will not know for the half of things. What do you mean breaking news? Alan, you serious? Hold on. News source. Minister has hired Hughes, Fields, and Stobie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me go and see what what is this? This story can't done here now. We got so the ministers hired Hughes, Fields, and Stobie. Let me see if I get a statement directly. What is this? Good morning. I'm Dr. Carpin, aunt in Canada, and I am on the same lifestyle change as you for 3 years now. Thanks for the motivation. Carpin is your auntie. Auntie looking good, boy. Carpin hear me, you cuss me. You don't cuss, but he's make some serious joke. Oh shit, tonight tonight is the 1 year anniversary for the Gildari and Freddie Kisoon show. I'll be on the program tonight. Dharamlal, at the time of writing this letter, has not denied the allegation. Let me see. So let me read a statement. Is it a statement by thing? So I'm reading this from news source, right? And this is a statement. Once again, commas is the C statement. The allegations of misconduct by Mr. Nigel Dharamlal, which first surfaced on social media last week, now appear to have attracted the attention of the Guyana Police Force and Child Care Protection Agency. Mr. Dharamlal has retained the services of a firm of attorney at law to represent him and protect his interests. Mr. Dharamlal remains willing and disposed to assist in full investigation of the matter. All allegations are denied. In the interest of a fair investigation and necessity to protect the interests of all parties concerned, we urge the speculation, wild accusation, and premature judgment and unsupported conclusions be avoided until further advised by his attorney. No further statement will be issued by or behalf of Mr. Dharamlal. Dated this 19th of June, 2023. CA Nigel Hughes, partner Hugh Fields and Stobie. So the minister has chosen this only get beware of fake census taken on from this only getting more interesting. I know but one has to know, again, the Child Care Protection Agency don't intervene and then wouldn't take a child into custody based on a whimsical, fanciful allegation. The allegation has to have some merit, I can tell you though. So I could give my analysis on that. Right? I can't say no more an attorney, the minister's taken an attorney, and let's see where this go. And I hope justice is served. Right? Now here now, I think out me time, I gotta go into me meetings. Look out for me on the Gildari and Freddie Kisoon show tonight at 8:30. And look out for the constant. You gotta follow my Facebook reels for the constant updates of how I'm feeling. I'm going to do a test over by Dr. Boudou, Quest Medical Center. This is in the corner of Luluni and Irvin Streets. And this is where I do all most of my testing, because I do multiple tests sometimes because I want to do comparative, make sure the equipment there working like the other places, and so far it's always been the way. But now today I'm going to do blood tests, which I can do, and then I'm going to have way which to do a comparative to my scale to make sure we are there on par, and keep following for updates. Again, 72 hours dry fast. It started 11 yesterday. It's going to end, it started about 12:1 yesterday because I had 4 cheeses and 2 nuts. 2 types of nuts and 4 kinds of cheeses, including goat cheese, yesterday as my last meal. I'm doing a dry fast, so it's no water, nothing, for 72 hours. Then I'll start water maybe on Wednesday by lunchtime. I'll see how far I'll be going with that, and just water fast. And then I'll decide when I come off, what are the kind of meals that I'm going to be having. Right? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, man. Me concern, right? When they bore this area between fire, they pick the crab quick, right? If you're full with beer animal, man, cow one hours night time, and there's some reason them stop the pumping on the road. And every night somebody falling with motorcycle, somebody car broke up, and nobody do nothing about this thing, man. If you're not an animal, the man come night time and cut out a ban and get them and left yourself. The thing is, you should start by the pumping, man. It's dangerous. Goats, sheep, cars, donkey, everything they hold it on the road. And like how rain and fall more than up on the road. And it's dangerous to public citizen, man.
All right, buddy.
Just glad you highlight this thing, man. Even up to they used to pong and me know Bubin Harbajan, me know which minute they call and what's not, and then give back the man and animal and when on the thing stop. So I think they should have stopped the ponging, man. Understand? But
Let me call Gobin right away and find out what's going on there.
Yeah, he know about the thing because he been involved in some cattle thing and me know what's not and the thing stop.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Harbajan, you're looking, call me right away, buddy. Let me hear the people calling your name. Let me get this started. You got started people issues. I want to go, but you got started people issues. Document. This is what document. Kian Jabur and Mr. did some checks but leave out the balances. As such, I believe their analysis and bias and lack balance. Numbers was not significant. Ting. Da. Harbajan, man. Harbajan always a call. Now we not call how nobody. He always a call and a watch. People then say you stop the coating. Highly unlikely Harbajan would participate in anything like that. Just madness. We number the base salam we intact. Hi, morning, Harbajan. So somebody just now called me as it relates to cows and the roadways and donkey and all kind of thing. And they called you name, so you had something to do with or cause an effect on stopping the pounding. Explain to me what's going on there.
During the flood relief time, the president, His Excellency, would be all over the country trying to assess, make some assessment of damages. Most of these cattle would not find higher grounds. The president, His Excellency, make it clear wherever there is dry land.
This is President Ali we talking about.
Yeah, President Ali. Mm-hmm. Then what happened is now at the same time rice would have some affected at the back dam. The government may have stray catchers, legal stray catchers. Some of these guys in quarantine especially take advantage of the stray catchers. Rather than pound the animal on the public road, they started to use the stray catcher, give them a little money in the pocket to go catch the animal in the back land. So the stray catcher was doing things where they're not supposed to do. The purpose of the stray catcher was to pick up animal on the road.
No, but Harbajan, the solution to that is if you give a man a job and he doesn't do it the way he's supposed to do it, you fire him and then you explain to him or you charge him for doing the wrong thing.
The government did do that. The Minister of Home Affairs suspended all stray catcher license for that. And the law of animal destroying people property is that you have an RC, you assess the damage, and then you take them to court. Pick up the animal and keep pounding them. I think then there was some intervention with the Minister Nigel and some other one that stray catcher does not have the authority to do that. That has to come from the NDC and those places. So what I was representing then that cattle farmers is important as rice. You cannot kill one sector to save one.
Yes,
but the government did not stop at pounding. Government didn't stop pounding.
Harbajan, people are losing their lives on the road as a result of animals on the road. What is the solution to that?
The solution to that, the Minister of Home Affairs would make it clear that he's going to put out back tender for stray catcher to apply. Right now, you don't have. Once the tender is out, stray catcher can follow.
Roger that. So it will be re-implemented soon. Stray catching will be re-implemented soon.
Yes.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Animal in the road.
I just want to hear what's the solution to the problem. Roger, brother, thanks. People want to hear solution to the problem, right? So that is Gobin Harbajan, and he is a political activist for people in Berbice. And he's been all about the place for the most part, with the AFC, with the, I don't even know where he been all around the world. But nonetheless, he's a political activist, and whoever political party he with, he always finding himself talking for people. You understand? Sometimes he may talk too much, but it is in the interests of people, right? So I would call on him from time to time to give what is his take on the ground. Because you see people address it, they say, go bin, Habajan, nobody thing. You understand? Right away. So you gotta ask him to deal with it, right? Although he's not any part the government representative of there, he's been a good representative for the most part of the people and been outspoken for the most part. You understand? So guys, I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna do my blood test over by Quest Medical, and I'm gonna be posting up the results. When I might get the results later on in the day, but I'll be posting up that and I'll be giving you guys. So 18 hours in, how do I feel? No different, yeah. Remember, I'll be going through certain phases in 36 hours and 48 hours, and then after that is just easy cruising. I feel anyway different. Little, soreness, not pain, soreness in my joints because I went for a walk yesterday. I'll be doing a walk again this evening, and I'll be doing a walk every evening as I fast, and I'll constantly be giving you guys updates on my weight and how it's been going. Right? Thank you guys for staying tuned. Look forward to tonight's program, the 1 year anniversary of the Gildari and Freddie Kissoon show. I will be on with Freddie Kissoon, and you can look at that tonight. I'll also give you some updates as to how I'm doing, and you could look physically, you could look and see how I'm doing. Thank you guys again for tuning in to the realest thing in the world.